In order to put in a nose pocket, you are going to want to use some extra fabric you have left over, or any other fabric really will work. So if you want a pattern on it, that's fine, but the pocket will most likely never show. You are going to need a rectangle shape to start off with, roughly the size of 2.5 inches by 4.5 inches, like the one that you see here. Once you have your rectangle, then you are going to take the two 2.5 inch sides and you are going to fold them over twice, about 1/4 inch, and you're going to sew those down so it makes a nice edge. From there, you're going to fold that fabric in half so those two sides that you just stitched meet, and you are going to cut almost halfway up down the center. Once you have that cut, you are going to open it up and you're going to fold over one of those slits upwards so it makes a nice triangle. You'll have a little tip hanging off the edge, and you're going to want to fasten that somehow. Tape, or if you have any pins or paper clips at home. And then you're going to do the other side as well. From here, you are going to stitch those down at the seams, at the folds. Once you have that done, you are then going to cut off the excess fabric. So the little corners on the sides, and then the fabric on the inside, because you don't want your little nose strip to be caught on those whenever you're sliding them in. All right, from there, you are going to grab your back piece, and on the side that you are actually going to have facing out, that's going to be in front of your mouth, you are going to line up the slit where your triangles meet in the middle, right on the seam of the back of your mask where it's sewn. So on the side where you do not see the thread. Leave a little hanging over the top. We'll cut that off later. Okay, once you have that in place, you're going to want to secure it right there for now so that you can sew it in place. Once you have that sewn, you are going to flip it over the back of the mask, and then at the top where the edge of your back piece meets that nose pocket that we're putting in, you are going to go ahead and sew it across the top. Once you have that sewn, and don't forget to knot off your ends, you're going to cut off the excess fabric and all the little excess strings. Now, when you look at the back of your mask, you will have a nice little nose strip pocket that you can actually slide your metal strip in and out easily so that you can reuse that nose strip a few times before you put in a new one. If you guys don't have nose strips after the first one that we gave you, the sandwich bag ties, like the bread ties, those work. So the last thing you are going to do is put your back and the front piece together. So remember, we do pretty side, pretty side. So you're going to have your pattern that you made or your design you made on the inside facing your nose strip pocket. So that nose strip pocket goes on the inside as well. You're going to line it up as best you can. Pay attention more to the middle seam than the outer seams. All right. Once you have that set, go ahead and secure those somehow so that way you can stitch those two edges together. So you're going to stitch the top edge And then you're going to stitch the bottom edge just like we were doing with the other mask without the nose strip pocket. From there, you will flip your mask inside out and you will be ready to do the last stitching, which you'll find directions on that on the how to put your mask together video towards the end.